Today, I want to share something very close to my heart, the story of how food became my friend, my comfort, and surprisingly, my English teacher. You might smile and say, cooking and English? That's a strange pair. But in my quiet kitchen, surrounded by the smell of warm bread and curry, I found my voice. Every dish became a small lesson, every flavor a new word, and every mistake just another recipe for growth. So, let me take you on that journey. The story of how I learned English while cooking, one meal at a time. My name is Ria. I am 26 years old and I live in a small apartment in Delhi. Every morning, when the sun rises through my kitchen window, I smell the start of a new story, the story of food, language, and memories. My kitchen is tiny. Just one stove, a few old pans, and a wooden spoon that has been with me since college. But for me, it's more than a kitchen. It's my classroom, my diary, my heart's stage. I wasn't always confident in speaking English. In school, I used to stay quiet during English class. I loved listening but felt scared to speak. One day, my teacher asked me to describe my lunchbox in English. I froze. The words were there, somewhere in my mind, but they refused to come out. That day, I came home sad. My mother noticed it right away. She said gently, Ria, why don't you talk about your food? Start with what you love most. I didn't understand what she meant then. But she smiled, and that smile stayed with me for years. Years later, when I moved to the city for work, I missed her food terribly. Her dal, her paratas, the smell of ghee and cumin seeds. So one night, I decided to cook just like her. I took my phone, opened the recorder, and said softly, today I will talk about my food. The camera light blinked red. I looked at my plate, rice, dal, and a slice of lemon. I took a deep breath and began. This is dal. It smells warm and comforting. The rice looks soft like clouds. The lemon adds brightness like sunshine on my tongue. At first, I felt silly. But as I spoke, something beautiful happened. My fear slowly melted away, like butter in a hot pan. I smiled. I felt free. The words started to flow, slowly, naturally. I wasn't memorizing. I was living the language. Every night after work, I started a new routine. I would cook something simple, maybe tea and biscuits, maybe noodles, and then talk to my food in English. I'd say, this tea is hot and sweet. The biscuit is crunchy and soft inside. The noodles remind me of my college hostel nights. With every sentence, my confidence grew. The kitchen walls became my audience. The spoons and plates became my friends. And slowly, English stopped being a subject. It became a voice, my voice. One rainy evening, I invited my friend Meena over for dinner. She laughed when she saw my phone recording near the stove. Are you talking to your food again? She teased. I said, yes, my food listens better than people sometimes. We both laughed, but then I noticed something. When I explained each dish to her in English, this curry is made with love. This rice smells like home. She smiled differently. She said, Ria, when you talk like that, I can feel your food. That night, I realized that speaking English isn't about being perfect. It's about being honest. When I described food, I was describing my memories, my feelings, my roots. And that made my English real, not just learned but lived. Now, every morning when I make tea, I whisper softly, this tea will give me energy. And when I make dinner after a long day, I say, this food will heal me. Sometimes I record myself and listen later. I can hear the change, not just in my pronunciation, but in my heart. My voice sounds stronger, warmer, more alive. If you are learning English, I want to tell you something simple. You don't need a big classroom or expensive books. You just need curiosity and a plate of food you love. Talk about it, describe it, feel it. You will be surprised at how much English you already know. Because food is not just food, it's your story. It carries your memories, your culture, your emotions, and those are the best teachers you'll ever have. Every bite you take teaches you a new word, every meal you cook gives you confidence. And every time you talk about your food, you're not just learning English, you're discovering yourself. Thank you for listening to my story. If it touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Keep learning, keep dreaming. And remember, English is not just a language, it's a bridge between your world and the world beyond. See you next time on the Story Tales to Learn English.